Is it enough?
When it comes to roguelike deck builders, there's not enough times. You just keep going.
Let's keep going. You know, Claire Skirt.
Hold on. A good deck builder is never finished, only abandoned.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, I see. You gotta build that deck.
I unlocked another faction today.
That's a whole nother deck.
Oh wow. Is it like the Necron or something?
No, they're like weird mad scientists.
Mad scientists. That's...
Oh, okay.
I would say
all right. Justin, Borgmaster, Gino, you ever hear about Hell?
Yeah, I know about Hell.
LSS, I've heard about this game. It's a hardcore game that doesn't hold your hand.
Yeah, I know, so you'd hate it.
It's too hardcore.
Hell? I was just escaping Hell on a train.
Yeah. Well, now...
I guess I'm not enough of a gamer.
Yeah, as a gamer, I'm playing on the balanced combat difficulty.
That doesn't sound like the gamer difficulty.
I'm a balanced gamer.
That's all things should be.
You're a micro-stuttering gamer.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just saw the social media statements. From this game or whatever it was. It's cringe.
Yep.
Oh, you're telling me a game called Hell Is Us? Hell Is Us might be a little bit too edgy.
Or at the very least, the social media presence around it is, but it's not edgy. It's just cringe. It's just like, yeah, this game's hold your hand. There's minimal HUD. Yeah, we're not going to tell you when to parry. You know, like that.
We're not going to tell you how to play the game, bitch. Yeah. Would you like? But also, would you like to be shown tutorials?
Oh, okay. So there are tutorials. It really is just a bunch. Okay.
Yeah, it's still a modern video game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I guess that is the thing I'm curious about with this game is it an actual video game or is it like the asshole simulator that is being advertised?
So I think the thing is, this is like. Sony's not even publishing it. They're just doing like an advertising partnership thing with Focus. But this is the game that they've been showing off in all of their shit for a while. Oh, hey, what's up?
It's a true serum. It's still experimental, hence the polygraph.
Oh shit! It's the Festus the Leech Lord from Warhammer.
My employers insist I use their concoction.
Is that bad? Do you not want Festus the Leech Lord?
Let's begin.
Well, what if I told you he was a follower of Nurgle?
Oh, it's the Penguin.
The Yellow Brick Road.
Oh shit!
Well, apparently, needs more time.
Oh shit! The protagonist is voiced by Elias Tofexis.
Who?
Adam Jensen.
Why did you do it? Anyone in my shoes would have done the same. I think
Alright, I'm curious how much of the cat shrieks will come through my microphone.
I don't think you realize the time, money, and resources that went into this operation. You pissed off the wrong
if
people.
you've seen the pet channel
But
in the Discord.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Your cats are fighting?
No, we're cat sitting.
Smuggled out of Haiti at age 5. Grew
is
up in the
being
foster care
terrorized
system.
by my black cat.
Dabbled in criminal
Who
activities.
is a serial killer.
You managed to pull
reincarnated
yourself
as a
together
cat.
and become a decorated soldier.
As all serial killers are.
After decades of trying to get
Yes.
back into Haiti,
That's their reward.
you decided to
for
take
their
matters
kill
into your own hands.
If you get a height of kill streak as a serial killer, you get reincarnated as a house cat. Which is the way it works.
Then you get to be a little sociopath. The rest of your days.
But yeah, so she's still screaming at him, and he still just wants that ass.
It seems we are ready. How did you get into Haiti?
She might have taken some fur off.
I asked for a transfer to the UN peacekeepers.
She deserves it if she
Who were
did.
deployed inside Haiti. It backfired. When the paperwork cleared, Haiti's civil war was in full swing. Peacekeepers pulled out.
DP.
Yeah, I know.
Reported to my new unit, stole
I
some
had a
gear,
hard day of work,
and crossed
so
the mountains.
Oh, that's fine.
Mind your business.
I'm just saying.
Why
you can't
come
blame
back?
me. You can't say that I was weak today.
Yeah, see, I was also about to start streaming when Braden started, so he beat us all to it.
Parents.
I do need to also.
I wanted to find
stream because I'm
I
not
needed
this game if I don't today.
I needed to confront them.
How did you know your parents were still in
Or I could just
Adia?
do a
We're gonna have like 3 streams at the same time.
My only memory was that my father was the blacksmith of the village of Jova.
There's a lot of talking
Getting
in
into
this.
Adia
Is this a
is
Souls-like?
just as hard as leaving. Tell me, who
I'm gonna
smuggled
bet
you
this
out?
is told through flashbacks in this particular conversation.
Alright, so I have no idea what this is other than an action game. I'd say it's a roguelite with some Souls-like mechanics.
I don't think it's a roguelike. Or is it?
She didn't say anything.
Is it?
She told me.
You don't know anything about this game, Braden?
She told me.
It's about being hell.
Never come back.
And how we are hell. Us is hell.
But all action games are either Souls-likes or roguelikes.
So is Stellar Blade a roguelike or a Souls-like?
It's a Souls-light.
It is. It's like like an early Souls-like, but in the modern era time, which is odd. Like Stellar Blade plays like it's ripping off Dark Souls 1.
I wouldn't say that at all.
I mean, the level design.
It's faster than
the world design. It's faster than that, but like the world level design is like, oh, you just. This is like very basic. So like Souls like level and encounter design here, but you're flipping around as this tits and ass lady.
Yeah.
Like a modern video.
I mean, Code Vein did that first.
Yeah.
Code Vein.
That was an anime tits and ass lady.
Yeah, it was anime, but you're a guy. The lady was just hanging around.
Oh, you can make a lady.
Yeah,
you can make a lady in Code Vein. Code Vein has one of the best anime ass, and I say that literally.
Anime asses, yeah.
Character creators.
Character creators. If you want to make. Anyway, hi, I'm Adam Jensen. I'm here in the forest.
Oh, the forest.
I got a gold medallion.
Is this like the forest?
Yeah. Unknown language. Toggle plain text.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna be... Is this a puzzle game?
Oh no. Is this a Chris Zombie Pie redacted game? How is it on stream? It looks fine on my end.
It looks fine.
Okay.
If this is a puzzle game, I might play it, actually.
Yeah.
It's an action game.
It's an action game. You might need to time
This looks like something
presses.
that's on... Is this on Game Pass?
No, because it's a
It's also
PlayStation.
coming out in
demo.
like September.
Yeah, it's also gonna be a while.
But I wanted to see what this was, so I could actually answer the question, what is hell? Is it us? Is it manual save?
I mean, I thought hell is where you go to rip and tear.
You can talk to people. I already played that game, though.
You must be lost to wander around Sinedra Forest. I'm afraid
I mean, Adamfall is just British Stalker, so it's just...
You're welcome to stay and catch your breath.
It's just...
Who are you?
Some kind of
The name's
Stalker
Ernest
thing.
Cadell.
Where's the year of Stalker likes? Why aren't there more Stalker likes out there?
Not enough of a market for depressing apocalyptic scavenging games.
When the Sabinian army dug in for the winter.
I mean, this year's already seen Adamfall, which is encouraging, right? To get a Stalker like out there in the world on Game Pass.
I mean, you could also just play Stalker 2.
That is on Game Pass.
Stalker 2 is also on Game Pass, so that was last year. So it's been like a good 12 months for Stalker likes.
Do you know where the village of Jova is located?
Also, the thing is, the Stalker likes, it's just people making crazy fucking mods for Stalker.
I'm afraid you're going to need a vehicle.
Yeah, it's just people constantly remaking Stalker and adding content to Stalker because they don't want to play other games that aren't Stalker.
Strange-looking soldiers.
It's kind of like how people who want more Fallout likes could just go play mods for Fallout.
Where can I find the APC?
Like Fallout 1 and 2.
They parked their
don't
APC
fuck around.
just
You've never
beyond-
played Stalker.
in the trees so my sons would stop.
Who,
getting
me?
lost
I
on
haven't.
every
Gino.
I don't think anyone's ever played Stalker. except for Braden.
Oh, fuck off.
President Yanko.
Braden's played
No matter
Stalker.
how you feel
I've played
about the
Stalker even without the
was the
mods
one
that
that
make
turned
it
Hadia
playable
into a
during the
prison.
first 2 hours.
When President Yanko.
I mean, we're not all
I
CRPG
managed to
podcasters.
survive 2 years of this dam, despite all of
Braden
that.
knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know much about them.
Boy howdy, maybe one
was
of the most
walking on the
aggressively
side of the road.
anti-player
I think
starts
it was
is
a
OG
lost cause to
Stalker's
try and quell.
loadout
I grew
and
up
just
hating
that
Sabs.
starting
Now,
village or town.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
dabble.
Yeah, it's like, hey, guess what? Fuck you.
I've
Go out,
always
do
seen
something,
we
get
put
killed.
on- We're humble.
It's
I
like, hey,
have a
here's-
pistol with
here-
low
here's a
accuracy.
pistol.
Everybody else has semi-automatic rifles.
Well,
Yeah, but-
let's be fair. You
You-
start
pistol,
out fighting.
hindsight-
Gus, Arlo, Hodis, please pick up. It's Atticus.
You
That's
start out the
starting
game
I've been trying to
with
call for
using
days
a
now.
shitty Makarov
Phone
and
lines keep
fighting
going down,
bandits
so
who are
I don't
also
know when
using
I'll be
shitty
able to call you back,
Makarovs.
I'll,
There's so many
keep
of
trying.
them, though.
But there are like
Hey,
6
don't,
of them,
Go killing Sabs without me.
which is why.
See you soon.
They know
Okay.
the limit.
So we are in Helizusistan, I believe,
Oh.
and there's some sort of civil war between what appears to be 2 ethnic groups. And I'm Adam Jensen.
Oh no.
Great.
That is a place that Adam Jensen would find himself in.
Damn it.
Is this the conclusion to Mankind Divided that we've been waiting 10 years for?
I gotta
Boy.
find
So
out.
is this Serbian? Because if it's Serbian, then you got a different.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh god, these Croats.
It's a Serbian game.
Okay, so we're gonna get it. Huh?
Oh wait,
Okay.
no, is this game literally made in Serbia?
Yeah, it says a Serbian developer.
No.
So boy,
Okay.
boy howdy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh
No.
boy.
God. What
Oh,
have
we
you
getting
done?
some authentic Balkans up in here.
Oh no. Alright, cancelled. I'm declaring it. Calling it now.
Arbitrary Balkan. Here, I have strong
Wait,
opinions
I'm
about
double-checking
Kosovo.
This. So Nacon is French. I'm
Yeah,
checking
Nacon
that.
as a publisher is French. They're
No, they're Montreal. They're from Montreal.
Montreal
Oh
is
no,
France.
the actual developers. A
but
Montreal
the
developer.
devs
The
are
developer
from
is Rogue Factor.
Rogue
The
Factor
developer
is from-
Rogue
Rogue Factor is
Yeah.
from Montreal. That's why there's a button pretty big on the top of their website that says "Read in Francais."
Okay, so it's
I'm
not
teasing.
Serbian. Why did you put that
Someone
idea in
said
our
that
heads?
I accidentally clicked one of their previous.
Misinformation.
Okay, no, the devs are French
No.
Canadian.
Yeah,
Listen,
the
it allowed me
French
to make a Serbian game joke, and I'm happy about
This
that.
is from the
And-
developers
and-
of
and I
Necromunda
regret that
Under
for
Hive
the both of
Wars,
us.
which was that vaguely tactical tactics.
Necromunda.
Yeah, but not the Necromunda,
not the FPS.
not the FPS, the tactics.
Found me. Epsilon.
Yeah, so
24.
no, Rogue Factor's
Oh, they
previous
made
game was
Mordheim.
Mordheim. Yeah.
That
So
dude
they're
doesn't have any
used to
eyes.
making
I'm Civil
janky ass
451,
games
Epsilon 11.
with decent
I
ambitions.
got separated from my unit. They're still down there behind that door.
Mordheim is
We were on an
fine,
SSC.
except for
We
the
got
fact
jumped.
that it's
Mordheim is interesting
busted.
because it's a very accurate recreation of the board game.
I'm not sure how I got here. All I remember is hearing that door shutting behind. Who has the APC key?
It has a very, I would say, steep and unforgiving learning curve.
Look, we have a med kit in the camp we set up in the woods west of here. We marked.
And boy howdy, that game apparently launched hot. And it has a ton of DLC, which pissed a bunch of people off, but, you know.
Yeah, they sold it piecemeal.
right.
All right.
This game. Now I remember what it is. There's no map, quest log, like compass or anything like that.
There is a
Wait, no, but
quest
there
log,
is.
sort of.
Oh, I know, but there are menus. So what's that? So what was all that marketing about then?
There's no look at the UI is not as like it doesn't have any map markers or whatever.
Oh, there's a compass.
But also you can turn on a compass. So I don't know.
There's a
Maybe this
compass.
game's for babies.
Like they're trying to sell this to assholes,
Yes, as an asshole.
but
Speaking of that, speaking of games for people who are not you, have you played any more of the game we're doing after Lunar Dragon Song?
I haven't gotten around to it yet. Life.
Uh-huh. Cats.
Life's happening.
cats.
Life's happening. Cats are happening.
Don't watch cats.
There are a lot of people and
I mean, I saw those cats. They were... Your cat is a bully.
Yeah. Yeah. He's criminally insane. I've been saying that this whole time. He belongs in jail.
So why do you tolerate? Yeah, why do you tolerate a goblin cat?
I mean, I did kick him out of the way, so he would stop doing that.
Why would you kick your cat?
Because he was.
In this game, you are lost in the woods, and Adam Jensen. You are Adam Jensen, and it is very scary. Woi wee wee.
This is basically the Blair Witch game a few years ago.
I hope not. I'll put it this way: once we, I'm not gonna play any. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, thus far, it's the most hardcore walking simulator I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Aha!
Oh shit! Damn it! I gotta find some sort of combination lock. I have to write it down in my notes. People love that now.
Screenshots not on GameFAQs yet.
Oh yeah, you need to have a nice journal. You need to keep a journal where you take off your notes.
Yeah, you love those games.
Yeah.
That's why you love that. Genuinely. Oh, our OG Soncast episode's up. Finally, I edited it today.
Oh, what's the next episode?
Our next show is going to be Martian successor Nadesico.
Oh right.
Which is a fake show. That can't be real.
It's a name.
It's from the 90s.
He's only told.
It's a real show.
He's only. You know it's fake because he's only told everyone 12 million times what the next show is, and nobody remembers.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you fuckers. I'm sorry you didn't pick Cowboy Bebop.
You know what people would probably like? If you picked Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop, a TV show that everyone's fucking seen and already has an opinion on.
You guys should have an episode called Cowboy Bebop, and just, instead of reviewing Cowboy Bebop, just have a bunch of micro reviews of the first 3 episodes of a bunch of other things.
Oh, Megasoon, it's me. Hey.
You should pick Cowboy Bebop and then do the Netflix Cowboy Bebop.
God.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask anyone to go through that.
Yeah, do it. I watched that show. It's terrible. You should do it.
I watched an episode of it and it made me sad.
Wait,
I watched the whole thing. It's a bummer.
Take this. Oh God, I watched up to the episode where they revealed Vicious, and I was like, this is not at all.
What are you talking about? I just got
not my Vicious.
The Cowboy Bebop live action show.
Oh, okay. I mean, once you start watching live action stuff, that's a different podcast.
Yeah. Also, the thing is, how many good live action anime adaptations are there?
I mean, One Piece was pretty good.
Yeah.
One Piece, and apparently that Rurouni Kenshin show.
Yeah,
have you seen what they did to Tony Chopper though?
I hate it.
The phrase someone said to me was Ozempic Paddington.
Oh no!
I mean, Tony Chopper was always going to be a very difficult character
to translate into live action. All right, I need
honestly,
Fire, Eye, and Unknown.
Not to be that guy, but Tony Chopper looks like every single modern CG animal creature. Like, that's why I'm not super upset at it.
Wait, this is just that.
Are you saying they pulled this Tony Chopper? Are you saying they pulled this Tony Chopper out of the royalty-free collection?
We almost agree.
Tony Chopper and
like
Ugly Sonic.
No worse than. Nah, I think it's a step above Ugly Sonic. Ugly Sonic, just the proportions to the eyes to the face. It's no better or worse than like some of the stuff we've seen out of that Lilo and Stitch live action film.
Apparently that Lilo and Stitch thing made $8 trillion.
Yeah, because it wasn't made for you.
It wasn't made for me. It was made for children. And it turns out there are a lot of children.
There are a lot of children. You don't have a sword yet.
Yeah.
I was about to say, when are you going to hit something with a sword?
When am I going to hit something with a sword? Where's the action? Hell is a game taking its time, am I right? Fellow impatient gamers?
Oh, word? Oh, word?
This.
Oh, word? Word?
They marketed this as a hardcore action game for hardcore guys.
I mean, it didn't tell me where to go except for the NPC who literally told me exactly where to go.
And then it's a video game.
Okay.
It's like an entirely
yeah.
comprehensible video game.
No, it's just fucking Dark Souls, but you gotta triangulate positions.
Weapon yet?
Nope.
No.
We were just now talking about how he hasn't hit anything with a sword yet.
I mean, I could play more Elden Ring Night Rain, but that's not a...
You know what? If this is literally like half action, half adventure, I might be interested in it.
Yeah, but... Oh, I've got a gun.
What if it's the Shadow Tower game?
You okay? Hey!
No one's brave enough.
The part in Shadow Tower Abyss where your two weapons are a survival knife and a 1911. Oh no! Our weapons are useless!
This looks like a Junji Ito character. Monster.
Yeah, this is a creepypasta monster. What's up?
It's a Junji Ito, and also it's...
A Tommyknocker?
I was gonna say it's Polygon Man, and it's also the things from GTFO.
The things.
Oh God! Pritchard, it's attacking me with polygons!
This looks like a Texas.
I mean, this is a demo.
Yeah, this is a demo. I'm sorry, Gino, video games can look good now. They can have all of the shifting polygons you want.
Got a lot of shifting polygons.
I mean, what's UE5? Like, get UE5 that comes with all the box particle stuff. And, yeah, look at those particle stuff. And I say, why not use all the box UE5 particle stuff? Give me a reason why not.
You know, I'm gonna bet I can beat this monster faster than this cutscene.
Is this just showing off what a game will let you do?
Oh shit.
Not enough shield.
Well.
Oh no, are you gonna...
It's my sword now.
It's your sword now?
Anyway, I said the Tommyknockers. I meant to say the Langoliers. I don't know how I screwed that up.
Leers.
You know, you're
Langoliers.
excused for getting your bad Stephen King miniseries mixed up. And now I have a drone and a poncho.
Oh, he just took all that guy's stuff.
Yeah, man.
Now you have a sword.
And now you're the hero. Now we're gonna find out if you can kill that.
Oh, okay, so is it just... Cool.
Numbers are coming off of them.
I mean...
What is that?
In Dark Souls,
That thing went down pretty easily.
come off too.
Oh yeah, numbers do come off them in Dark Souls. Yeah.
You got gray health now.
Their health bar goes down, and you see how much damage you do in numbers.
All right.
Wow, that first fight didn't kill you immediately. Is this really for hardcore gamers?
I mean, I don't know. You don't. Doesn't seem like a game for you. So.
I mean, it does have like weird language puzzles.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Oh shit! First, the sinners are brought to the tower. The drone tells me language.
Oh no.
Oh,
there's
that's
no
it.
language puzzles. The drone just lets you read
the drone just does.
Yeah,
okay.
but maybe you have to find out what that means. We're like, the tower. What does that mean? Look at all these scrolls.
But it's a journal, so you have to like write all that down yourself.
Updated my journal.
Right, yeah. Right, yeah, right. This game says, hey, you know, it's best practice to keep your own journal. You should have a journal nearby and play this game with headphones for the best experience. Does it do that?
Yeah, play with headphones for the best experience. Oh, it's doing stuff with my controller speaker.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Because this is a Sony co-marketing game, so...
They're contractually obligated to use that stupid...
Oh, Borgmaster, I pressed the block button at the right time! Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, sweetie. I pressed the block button at a good timing.
Alright,
so there's QTEs in this game.
Real quick, I'm reading that this project was led by Jonathan Jacques Bellatate, who is the art director for Deus Ex Human Revolution and Mankind Divided.
Okay.
So
oh, that's how he knows.
Hey, Mega, do you know anyone who worked on this game? Because Mega assumes is a game developer.
I probably mispronounced that guy's name.
In Montreal. Alright, so... Alright, so... Sinners, Fires of Hell is the last one. First one is Tower.
Wait, what? Why?
Wait, is this just the...
This is the fucking Skyrim.
Yeah.
Why?
Skyrim 4 puzzle.
Yeah, it's a hardcore video
game. Why
game.
did you steal that?
Well, no, because earlier I noticed that the block rotating thing he did was also from Skyrim.
Yeah, you brought that up, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, they just lifted this door puzzle.
Hey, you know what's a popular video
RPG
game?
Ever made.
Skyrim.
And like those puzzles were kind of passé when that game came out.
Yeah, and you did them 1,000 times.
Yeah, well, now you can do them. Okay.
But now you can do them as
Oh, cool. Okay, gamer. So your max stamina and your max health.
Oh yeah, they're tied together.
I mean, you could have stolen puzzles from the Witness or something.
You could have stolen puzzles from... I'm not gonna... Crap, I can't say what it is yet.
Alright. Tower, serpent, fire. I solved the puzzle. Wow, what a hardcore game.
Is the game you're going to talk about a controversial entry in a beloved franchise?
No.
It maybe takes too long?
It does take... It is very long.
It does take a long time. But no, I was going to say, I want one of these modern game developers to just lift the trap disarming entire system from that game and try to sell that to a modern audience.
From what game?
That's what I want to see.
Oh, game you're talking about.
Yes.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There could only be so many video games that have a 7th. So here's the thing: is that trap disarming system, which, by the way, just dump points into Skullduggery. By the way, Skullduggery, on your thief, because your thief's going to level up faster than everyone else, and just It doesn't matter what else you have.
The thief is
literally for everything. The master key.
Don't hold that part too. But no, you're breaking.
Yeah. Just put points into Skullduggery, and then eventually multi-class your thief into something else. Or yeah, just play as a bard.
Yeah, what if I have a bard that I want to use for both Skullduggery and to cast sleep on everything?
You can do that. It's just you're just going to have to reload more. Or you're going to have to eat more traps to the face. Yeah, whatever. We're playing Wizardry 7 after we're done with Lunar Dragon Song. I am still in New City. I have already started multi-classing my party.
Naturally.
Because that's... When we talk about the David W. Bradley's fixations, one of them is going to be his love of intricate, like, class progression.
Hey, I read part of the Wizardry 7 guidebook that came with the game. That says that if you want your party to be a walking nuke, then just have all the magic. Just have all the magic.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's true to a certain degree.
And this is also one of those games where status effects are very fucking important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every boss has, or every dungeon has at least one status effect that everything in there is weak to.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I wish that other games that we have played did that,
like,
including those Final Fantasy.
Don't get me wrong, direct damage spells, unlike Wizardry 8, which has a lot of bloated HP values, direct damage spells still do a lot of work in Wizardry 7. But, especially early on, so I didn't... Oh, it's green. Especially early on, I have a Alchemist and a Psionicist.
I mean, I am literally using the party comp that the official guidebook recommends.
Nothing wrong with that.
Novice players.
Is there a source port for Wizardry? Is there a source port for Wizardry 7, or is it just a DOS box thing?
You play the original DOS version, or you play Wizardry 7 Gold, which is the Windows 95 version that has some really grungy looking UI. Oh, he's just skeeting. He's just like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah, there's some problems with Wizardry Gold because the DOS version you can just run through DOSBox.
Yeah, whereas Wizardry Gold
requires Windows 95 virtual.
Well, the GOG version runs just fine natively.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
quote
doesn't.
unquote.
It doesn't. Like multiple things to make it work. Like we have you even sent us something to make it not shitty.
Well, yeah, and then I sent you the okay, healing pulse. Oh, it's got a fucking key pulse.
That same executable works on the DOS version.
Yeah.
Better. But GOG throws in the DOS version along with the non-functional Gold edition.
Yeah, but yeah, Wizardry 7 Gold has some really good CD quality voice acting.
Mm-hmm. Great.
But it's also the UI looks like a fucking Windows 95 desktop.
Also, getting it at the right resolution to where you're not staring at a postcard. Yeah, no, that's not in addition work.
Okay. So there is a key pulse / active reload healing mechanic where you need to tap R1 when you have that white ring around you.
Yeah. So the drone on your back and the poncho.
Yeah.
Also brings to mind Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
And even the way he holds his sword out.
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is just a modern action-adventure game.
Yeah, hey, guess what? This game seems like a modern video game.
They played some games they liked, and then they made a game like those games. I don't know what else to say.
So this is just a normal video game.
Would just be your the impact of youth.
Impact, like how much it takes the health down, or like the visual?
Nothing recoils. Like you're.
They do flinch.
Flinch a little.
But I think it's partially just because of how these weird fucking janky things look.
I'm thinking, now that I'm thinking about it, that is more in line with the Jedi games, because there's not a lot of heft on a lightsaber, because it's made of light.
I got twin axes.
You're holding your sword still. Oh. All right, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, these devs definitely played some games they like.
Wait, so when you go into the iPad, does that pause the world around you?
Probably. This is a single-player game.
I mean,
not hardcore at all.
Dark Souls still doesn't pause. Like Elden Ring doesn't pause.
Yeah, this is for babies. This is for baby.
Did Sekiro pause? A game that is completely offline. No answer.
I don't know.
No idea.
I mean, you played it.
I don't remember.
This is a normal video game for normal gamers.
Yeah.
A hardcore.
So that means it's great for you.
Yeah, you know what? I might play the demo or something. I don't know. If it's on some kind of service,
it's
I'll
on
give it
Steam.
a try.
And it's going. I
mean,
it might launch on PS Plus. I don't remember.
I need to.
Okay, you got to be naked to cross the threshold of the jail or something. That's my guess.
Naked boss fight. When you cross the fog, you got to be naked. It's like you got to do a meme fight.
I like how fucked up these things look.
They look goofy to me. I don't know.
I do that they have a variety.
They're different. They do stand out against the environment, so it probably makes their tell. But yeah, no, them doing like aerobic jazz or whatever the hell that is very funny.
They're just JoJo characters. They're just doing JoJo poses.
That's what people like now, right?
And as they have liked for roughly 40 years, yes.
As people should, yes. I mean, to me, it still looks like they were all like in the middle of like their like otherworldly Zumba class, and then you just stumbled in there and started killing them. So maybe you're the monster.
I gotta run.
Bye.
I will talk to you later. Enjoy your Souls like.
I love hell. It's us, Gino. Hell is we.
You're going to hell.
Is us.
What?
What?
Dennis Hopper. Gone too soon.
Oh, this is still here.
Hell yeah, it's stuck there. Why would it be gone?
You're going to hell.
We're done with Sonic.
Are you sure there's plenty more Sonic you could enjoy?
I mean, there's always Wii U emulation. You can do Sonic Boom.
But I didn't have to do that for I didn't have to do that for charity. Maybe if people were to, I don't know, say donate more next November, one might say.
Wait, are you now in like the World War I trenches?
Now we're in trenches. Hell is trench.
Wow. So it's like a series of vignettes that are meant to convey different metaphorical hells.
Yeah.
Literal hells.
That or, I mean, people still. I mean that's. I think they're trying to evoke a thing. I think perhaps there might be some sort of surrealist.
You know, these trenches really aren't helping my confusion between Hell Is Us and Hell Let Loose.
Hell Let Loose is basically a World War I FPS that, like this game, very actively does not show you things.
What about Hellpoint? Another Souls-like that everyone completely forgot about.
That is on the wheel of dubious RPGs 3. It's
a Souls-like that everyone forgot about.
You know, there should be more Strand games. Looking at one of the chat's early guesses for what this was. There aren't enough Strand games. There's only the 2 Strand games, and they're both Kojima core nonsense. Like, let's have someone really
what is meant by a Strand game?
You know, a Strand game.
I have not played Death Stranding, so.
A game where you make connections.
So, do you want the actual non?
I'm actually looking for the actual answer. Like,
so the actual thing is like, it's the asynchronous co-op stuff where you are building bridges, and those bridges can be used by other players.
But a Strand game is a game where you connect people from across large distances together.
Yeah.
So it's both in-game and textual. See, that's why he's called Sam Porter Bridges, because he builds bridges.
Yeah.
Between,
and transports
people.
Yeah.
He also ports goods. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real here. This is no first Berserker Kazan in terms of kicking my ass.
Yeah, this seems easy. Why is this game easy? I thought it was for hardcore gamers.
Maybe just finding stuff is hard. Maybe
it's hard later on.
Are you getting any experience or anything?
Maybe it was all a bunch of marketing wankery.
I think I'm getting weapon XP.
Yes, no, that's why I didn't play the actual game itself. I don't really have much to comment on, other than the how these guys are just doing their like aerobics classes and you're killing them.
I will repeat, I do hope there's some enemy variety, because if it's just like 15 hours of smacking these guys around and occasionally you fight one that's bigger than all the others, that's not going to be great.
I mean, I imagine they're all going to be weird, non-textured looking white guys. But there's probably a variety of 2 kinds already. Probably a few more kinds.
How many different kinds of white guys do you think will be fighting in this game?
I bet there will be white guys with tentacles. at some point.
There'll probably be white guys with like tribal tats on their arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
There'll be.
When do we come across the white guys wearing white beaters?
Oh, that's like later in the game.
I'm also getting shards of different alignments. So I wonder what that's going to do.
Wait, because I can't see on the screen. Like, let's just say alignments. Is that like positive, negative, like charge, or?
So look at this. Look at these axes. So they are neutral in the limbic sphere.
Okay.
Whereas the bracers of terror remaining undamaged will reduce the damage you take. Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, so did they build their own, like, alignment?
The alignment chart?
I hope so. Anyway, I did get the key to the APC, so I probably should go back.
I wouldn't keep my interest if they did that. Build their own circle of parity and ethical alignment. Man, they should just use the virtues. More games, look at the virtues.
The Ultima virtues? I mean,
yeah.
From the Madular videos that I've written, the Ultima games seem to have pulled basically all that you could out of that concept.
Yeah, but those were like
they introduced.
The kids don't know. The kids don't know, Justin.
They introduced it. They deconstructed it. They deconstructed it in like 3 different ways, and then they kind of just forgot about it eventually.
But what if you just like tacked them on, you know, not without any like textual work on it to just Souls-like as a system.
Listen, Ultima 4 is a game with a theme, and that's a rare thing for 1984 or 5, whenever that came out.
Yeah, like
I don't think it works these days.
Like, what if you just removed all meaning and context from that and just use those as like item descriptors?
Someone at Electronic Arts is very excited. They're like, I've been trying to pitch my Ultima Mobile game for so long.
Like, Electronic Arts entirely forgot that Ultima exists.
Yeah.
They get $12 from GOG.
Does Ultima Online... It doesn't still function, does it?
Yes, Ultima Online is still a thing.
Yeah, there's fan servers. It's still running.
It's not even fan servers. It's still officially up.
Oh,
so you can still pay. You can still pay pay a certain amount every month to play Ultima Online.
Yeah. It still has a couple thousand players.
I mean, they're all in their 50s, so you know, eventually it'll go offline.
I assume they're all just hiding outside of each other's houses, waiting to grief each other and steal each other's stuff. Because that's what I associate with Ultima Online.
Oh god, does that mean Madular's going to put out a video on Ultima Online?
He's got to, right? Absolutely.
It's one of the most important games.
I'm sure there are fan servers of like original. Oh shit! What the fuck?
I wonder if he gets Josh Strife Hayes to help with that.
Yeah.
He's like the MMO YouTuber.
I know Josh Strife Hayes because he's British.
He's very British. He's also the MMO YouTuber.
Yeah. All right. We'll find our way back to that APC eventually.
It'd
be nice if you had.
There's no map.
It'd be nice if
like
you
right
had
here.
like a.
You see, you should have been drawing your own map in the journal that you need, like actual game journal. If you're a true hardcore gamer, you would know exactly where you were at all times.
Yeah. Oh, are the APCs going to be like your save rooms?
Is that where you level up?
It's your bonfire. Your bonfire is an APC.
Oh god, it is. Fuck.
Good.
That's pretty good.
You know what? This...
That's good. I like that decision.
All right, you know what?
Wait, I thought there wasn't going to be a quest log. There was a quest log.
No, there
right
is a quest log.
now.
Yeah, the investigations are your quest log.
But there wasn't. But I was told there would not be a quest log.
Yeah,
This game would not
all of
hold
this
your
marketing,
hand.
all of this marketing is just—it's a lie.
They lied to me.
I'm not.
As a
not
hardcore gamer, I
selling-
feel betrayed.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
they're
on
not-
Twitter and at this developer telling them they made a woke game for girls.
Happy Pride Month. We love woke games for girls here.
Then why didn't you play that last Zelda thing that came out?
I mean, I technically could. I could use the power of digital game cards.
Epsilon 11, sound off. Why are you in Akasa Marshes? Who ordered you? Where are my men?
They're gone.
Oh, and you can fast travel from the ATVs because you drive the ATV. I mean the.
Yeah, you drive the APC to the next area.
The APC to the next area. Yeah.
You have my word. No harm will come to you.
Wait, is this another?
How about I give it back when I no longer need it?
I would advise against it.
It's just too convenient.
You have no idea who you've stolen from. Choose your next move wisely.
I didn't ask for this.
Hello, yes.
I gotta find my parents.
So is this game made by French Canadians?
Yes.
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 Yeah, I figured.
Elias Tufexis was in like a few episodes of The Expanse. He is a much shorter, smaller man than you'd think from listening to his voice.
He's on Cameo.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, if you want to pay Adam Jensen money to say things in that voice, which is just his normal speaking voice, you can.
How much would you charge?
How much would I charge if I was Elias Tufexis? Cool, hundo.
Right.
I mean, nobody else has that voice. And once again, to reiterate, yes, it is indeed his normal speaking voice. He just says the lines. He doesn't even act them.
Hey.
The problem is, like, he already says the one thing you wanted to say, which is, I didn't ask for this.
You know,
That's a...
Okay.
That's a grave.
You know, I'm gonna say...
Because this game's hardcore.
Why is that man just hanging out by a mass grave?
He's holding a loved one that was in it, I think.
Was in it.
Yeah.
The people,
Is in
the people in the
dead
mass
in
grave
it.
looked like they were burnt.
Did they? I thought they were covered in mud.
Anyway, I think combining, like, the aesthetic of modern... What? That's how much game they're gonna show? You know what? I'll say this.
That's a demo.
That's a
It's
demo.
Like an hour-long demo.
I am intrigued. Video game. Good job. I'll add this to my wish list. It's already on my wish list.
How long is your wish list?
How many games are on my wish list?
Yes.
You're going to hell.
Do you want to know?
Is it over
305.
All right, you got double the amount. Wait, no, you don't have.
Are you playing something else, or are we
I-
gonna watch ZP play?
Chris, are you playing a game?
Lunar Dragon Song.
Oh, fucking.
Or I can play Wizardry 7.
All right, fine.
Or you-
no,
or you
I'll
could-
do
Or
it.
I can play...
Do this. Fuck this. I need to make progress, anyways. But yeah, you can do both. We can do both.
What am I fighting for?
I don't care. I don't care.
I could play
Take my
some...
life. I want to die.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we can play some I could play some Wizardry 7. I could play more Tomb Raider, which, by the way, I deleted the stream from last night just because I feel like we maybe talked a little bit too much about committing acts of violence.
Okay, so that was not me. For once, it wasn't.
No, for once it wasn't you. It was actually Relkin.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would also be in a bad mood if a raccoon left entrails on near my house.
You're still streaming, so...
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Relkin talking about committing acts of violence against raccoons.
I would never... Anyway, no acts of violence here. Only DOSBox.
Operator. Oh, okay.
Play the game.
So, I went through the fucking trouble of trying to get, Roland MT32 emulation to work. And for whatever reason, I can't get it to play nicely with this game, but I got it to work with every other game. So...
While you're on DOSBox, I'm already on TraceBox.
Are you doing racing? All right.
God damn it. Give me a minute.
All right. So we got our party. We got Grong the fighter. He's a lizard man. We got Blanca the fighter, who I'm gonna eventually turn into a Valkyrie. I think she needs one more point of piety. This is Fordo. He was my thief, and then I multiclassed him to Bard, and he's already level 5 with Bard. And then this is Tedric. I had him start out as a priest, and now he's a bishop.
Yeah.
And then Todd, he's a psionic.
God, we should have invited him into magic.
Yeah, and then Mornda, the fairy alchemist. And you know, if I can get a fairy, if I can get a fairy ninja. So this game has the most powerful weapon in the game is only usable by fairy ninjas.
Alright, so your front row.
Yes.
The two on the top there plus Fordo?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, jammed. Which means we gotta reload!
Alright. Brandon, I will start, because I do need
Yeah,
to
that's fine. I'm
horseshit. Go as long as you have however you see fit. I don't actually plan to do anything. I'm just literally gonna do one of those things where I'm just mostly grinding, preparing, and hopefully getting progress. This fucking game. And also my week this week is fucked.
Yeah, you've got to moderate chat for Summer Game Fest.
Fuck, man. Crept up on us. Now we gotta do with the
Crawling Waste.
Wait, shit. I'm gonna always promise myself to do a fast.com latency check.
What do you think Crawling Wastes are weak to?
Not sure.
Getting hit with an axe.
Yeah, they probably can fall asleep. You're right. And they can probably also be blinded.
Wait, so when you assign a spell to one of those like levels there, is that just a trade-off of power for
cost?
Okay. Yeah, but you can like assign any spell to like any level.
It's based on what your character's level, so I think okay. I'm gonna bet I'm not supposed to be in here. Because they're wasting me.
Okay. Let's hit start stream and stream my misery.
I also want to show this to people entirely to show them what the game flow is for this. In terms of, this is a video game that does not fuck around.
One could even argue this is a game that kind of doesn't exist anymore.
So here's the thing. I think about that game Grimoire, Heralds of the Winged Exemplar.
Sure.
And that game is basically the sequel to this, even though, you know, the dude who made that game's fucking crazy.
I mean, you have to be.
A big fixture on the RPG Codex forums.
Oh, the Danes don't like you, I guess.
Okay, everybody. So for those tuning into my stuff, long story short, we are now doing the defeating of the 4 dragons. There's 4 of them, because of course there are. There's a 4-color motif and a bunch of other locations, so I guess I'm not super surprised that this is what my life has come to, but this is what my life has come to. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of healing items. I did a lot of, in quotations, grinding.
Oh, has anyone else watched those new Noah Caldwell-Gervais videos?
Justin?
No, I haven't.
Actually,
no. I take that back. I saw the first one.
Have you seen the Noah Caldwell-Gervais?
I'm not sure what that is. Is that a thing?
He's the one with the car I saw.
He's a guy who makes very long videos.
Yeah.
But now he's put out like 4-hour-long videos back to back.
All right.
One of them is 30 to. One of them's 40. One of them's 30.
We've learned Stink Bomb. So unironically, a very good spell because it nauseates your enemies.
Well, I was gonna say that his overviews of the Horizon games are the first things I've ever seen to make me actually want to play the Horizon games.
All right, Savant Guards.
This guy's giving us advice about the Red Dragon. The name of the game is Lunar Dragon Song, and about past the 10-hour mark, we're finally gonna see a fucking dragon.
A fucking dragon?
Oh yeah. Cars and dragons, they get along well. As you know, Brayden.
Yeah.
As you know.
Oh yeah, dragons love Honda Civics.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna guess there's whatever this sequence of dungeons is gonna be, that it's gonna be another sequence where there's like no fucking statues that quickly restore my health. And it's gonna be a real bummer. And I got Bow Girl. I guess at this point, shit, I should have gone here. I mean, so I deliberately equipped my characters with shitty equipment because I didn't want shit breaking on me. So I guess, you know, we can actually break out the big guns. Put on some dark boots. Actually, no, I have to stay on the screen and then switch to here. That's good. Cool.
This is the first Wizardry game that's not just one dungeon, yeah. Like, that's this game's whole thing, is it has outdoor areas, which were that was previously a Might and Magic thing.
Fucking game is wild. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. The game can't actually display more than fucking one thing because it's a piece of shit. Oh, God. Oh, Christ. Ah. This game is so exhausting, dude. Oh, her equipment's already torn because I can't fucking find anything that I can give her. Sweet. She's just gonna have to run around in a torn grass with no fucking good equipment for doing damage. I'm so done with your shit. Wait, no. Let's go back. Okay.
I will say, listening to someone describe the lore of the modern Doom games, who is themselves mildly annoyed that the modern Doom games have lore.
Yeah.
Is a good way to learn the lore of the modern Doom games.
There's actually lore in those games?
Unfortunately, Fortunately, the Dark Ages, it's none of its cutscenes are longer than like 3 minutes. Yeah, it gives you enough context for the actions you're taking. That's it.
But also, apparently, all the stuff in Dark Ages was talked about and foreshadowed in Codex entries in the previous games, apparently.
Yeah. I also watched the Noah Caldwell Gervais video.
Oh, yeah. So you know the one I'm talking about, where he's describing this, like, the lore and story, but he's annoyed that it exists. Yeah. That's the right attitude to have.
So in the not zero punctuation, what's it called this time?
Oh, his new thing that he did after they took zero punctuation.
Yeah, that he's been doing for a while now. I forgot the name of it.
Second Wind?
No, that's the channel.
That's the channel, right.
Anyway, the point is, in Yahtzee's video on it, he made the comparison. He made the guess that this is like someone's fantasy series that no publisher ever picked up, so they just kind of put it in this. And frankly, that makes a lot of sense. I have no evidence that that's the actual case, but
I think that there's a very specific person in that company who really loves Doom lore.
Yeah, Hugo Martin.
Yeah, Hugo Martin really loves this shit that he's writing, and multiple people have told him to stop, and yet he's not stopping. That's what I think is happening.
Well, the Dark Ages shows more restraint than Eternal in this case, so I think the sales numbers, if anything,
say that he doesn't get a DLC where he gets to go ham.
Oh, he's getting a deal. There is going to be a story DLC.
Yeah.
That's already been talked about.
Apparently it's already well known what that DLC is going to be about.
Yeah.
Because of all the... Yeah. So yeah, they'll be able to wrap up this current trilogy from the beginning?
But, like, I was happy with what the Dark Ages did.
I'm glad to hear that.
Like, in general.
Oh, that game seems completely fine.
It's very fun. You should play it.
Wow.
I started it. I started a lot of things, Justin.
A game that brings games.
So haven't we all?
Yeah, I play a game that brings me joy. It's called Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah. A weirdly popular video game. I heard someone talking about it at work.
Hey, the sequel's coming out this year, at some point. They're making a new one.
Oh god, is this a fucking reference to a movie that Harada did too? God, Jesus. Try reading it backwards. Ah, it's a Caesarean script. No one can walk on water. Sick Jesus. Jesus can walk on water. And he died for our sins. I wonder how well Jesus would deal with the challenges of the Lunar franchise. Probably well.
He'd have changed his mind.
He probably could have convinced Galleon not to be an evil dude. Galleon agrees.
No.
Follow the Nicene Creed.
Brayden, is Wizardry 7 generally considered a good one?
This is considered one of the best ones.
Yeah, it's considered one of the best
peak,
ones.
right?
Yeah.
This is the
I mean, the thing with people who are like us is that Wizardry 8
is probably a good game, but
outside of its aggressive level scaling.
Yeah. And maybe questionable artistic decisions that make it look like it's an older game than it actually was.
Well, that's because it was in development for fucking...
ever. I think that... Okay, so in terms of, like, classic CRPG fans, there is a divide between the Robert Woodhead group versus the D.W. Bradley group. Like, there is a genuine divide with that.
Basically, Wizardry 1 through 4 and Wizardry 5 through 8.
And don't get me
Glad
wrong.
there's such a clean split there.
The Robert Woodhead games are incredibly important. They're some of the most important games in the genre that were ever made. They inspired goddamn Yuji Horii and Sakaguchi to make video games. Playing them today, I have my limits. We might have to play Wordna at some point. Actually, we will play Wordna.
We'll play Wizardry 4 because Wizardry...
Wordna is the game that inspired Atlas to make video games and make video games a very particular way. And like to say that FromSoft does not owe anything, they would be the first to admit that
FromSoft, yeah.
So
their anti-player shit was like pulled directly from Wizardry 4.
So Wizardry 1, I played enough of that Wizardry 1 remake to tell you, Wizardry 1 is like, there are parts of that game that feel like genuinely so much more inspired than you would expect. But also that game, the deep dark thing about that game, playing that game as intended?
Yeah, the anti-player stuff in Wizardry 4 is like, this feels mean-spirited to a degree. Like that's how bad I think it is. Like, if you don't know how to like illuminate a room in that first fucking starting level, you're just fucked.
Oh, I don't even mean that. I mean like specifically because you have one save file.
Yeah. I forgot about this stuff too.
Right. When you suffer a party wipe, the idea is you make a new party to recover your previous party's bodies.
Yeah. You have to make a party to save your previous party, and that's their sole purpose.
I'm Belkanzor. How may I be of service?
And I would say, I don't think it's impossible to wrap your mind around those old school Wizardry games, but let's just say that creating characters is, well, if you think that this game that we're playing, there's a lot of effort to create a character, oh boy. Let's talk
Actually,
about
there's not much effort to create a character in old Wizardry.
You just okay. So I take that back. You're right. However, if you create a character that doesn't meet at least one character to meet the immediate needs that you're presented with, like in Wizardry 4, the game will just say, "Ha-ha, you fucked up."
Well, in that game, the thing about Wizardry 4 is you aren't creating a party. You are Weirdna, you are the evil wizard, and you are summoning monsters to act as basically disposable meat shields.
Yeah, it's ass backward that in a way that is interesting on paper.
It's fascinating.
It's a fascinating video game. Like, you can actually see that they had an idea that truly feels like something that is ahead of the times. Like,
and you yourself, Weirdna, does not level up except at set points in the game. So combat is something you just need to avoid.
So it's like Final Fantasy VIII in that way, where you get actively punished for like leveling up too fast and too quickly. And apparently, like Woodhead has said, I wanted to deal with the problem of power grinders. Like, I wanted to make a game that was like, no, this is not how you play.
And he sure did.
And he sure did solve the problem. He solved the problem.
But at what cost?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What cost is like you have...
Is that game is hard by 1980s.
Like that game was
grognard standards.
That he created bad
Scorpia
considered
that
in an
game
entire
too
generation
hard.
Of nerds.
Scorpia, Braden, considered that game way too hard.
Scorpia, she's the hardest core.
Yeah, she was so hardcore that she realized they stopped making games for her, and she just noped
I mean,
out.
she also just retired.
Yeah. Turns out that maybe
I wonder.
It sounds like with the last person who tracked her down and found out, it's like, yeah, I started.
She was in. Yeah, she wrote a thing in the CRPG book.
It sounds like the reason why she retired at what people perceived as a young age is I started writing late in my life, so I actually did kind of sort of reach retirement age appropriate by the time, you know, CRPGs started to become more graphic.
I think it's very interesting that one of the like yes, one of like the original heralds of the CRPG genre was a woman.
Yeah. And beloved, like universally beloved.
And yeah, like she was well liked, or you know, disliked because she'd not mince words.
She was very clear about what she liked, and she didn't give no fucks. And she was like, by that hardcore tabletop group, they loved her.
Yeah. Yeah, Todd.
I shared those old school reviews with you that one time.
Yeah.
She, let's say, had a hiccup when they started assigning like JRPGs to her. It's like, can you check out this Ys 1 game? And she's like, sure. It's like, it's weird. It's like easy. And of course, you know, Scorpia is like a hardcore CRPG person, so I guess it makes sense that she considered Ys 1 too easy. And for children.
I mean, it was for children. Or teenagers. It's for young people. It was for young people. Like, that part wasn't...
Everyone always says that, but then you get to that dark fact thing, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there were different content standards over Japan in the 80s.
Like, what the fuck, dude? I finally played my first Ys game because you and Relkin always talk about how those Ys games are, like, fucking great. And I get to that dark fact boss. I get to that dark fact boss. I was talking to Braden. I get to that dark fact boss, and it's like, what the fuck?
Is it like a content thing you're saying what the fuck about, or a difficulty?
Dark Fact is like a genuinely like pretty hard.
It comes out of nowhere.
It doesn't come out of nowhere, but
okay. So that entire last dungeon is pretty fucked up.
It's good. I disagree.
Like,
the great thing
about
about
random bullshit.
Listen, modern kids need to play more video games that have fucked up difficulty, which
they do
seem to be doing.
Oh, but you don't like it when very hard, difficult game, Berg.
If I had fine motor skills, I would be using that for productive purposes. All right.
I mean,
do I know what a grapevine
is that you don't really
yeah, it's a vine where grapes are grown. Or or you say, I heard it on the grapevine, which is to say, I heard it somewhere else. Lionheart, what is this? Is this one of those Italian brain rot things? Okay. Oh, Dan Reichert didn't know a thing?
No, of course not.
No.
So, okay,
Whatever.
you know what? I'm going to put my foot down. This recent thing that he has said is absolute don't work yourself into a shoot. That's
He didn't understand the concept of sweet?
No, you're working yourself into a shoot. It's that, and when he said one of his favorite movies is the Super Mario Bros. Movie, like, you're working yourself into a shoot. This is where, like, you guys gotta, like... I've met Dan in person. He is a smart person when he's not doing the gimmick. I will just make that very clear.
The problem is, he's always doing the gimmick, brother. And at some point, you be working yourself into a shoot. If you're working shoot all the time, then you're shooting work, you know? Anyway.
I get this Hulk Hogan reference. God, that's such a good tweet.
I'm fine with this.
Such a legendary tweet.
So I need
Damn it. Where is this last monster?
So Brayden, are you yourself a shoot or a work?
Fuck, I gotta... Oh, shit.
I like...
Turtles.
I like games with shooting more than I like working.
Where is this last monster? Where the fuck is this last monster? Fucking A. God damn it. Where the fuck? Respawned one enemy, great. Or respawned one. Where were you? I just need to know where it was, and then I can load up my previous save. I can't seem to find where the fuck this bullshit piece of thing is. Okay. Where the fuck did you go?
I was always here.
Oh my god. So this isn't that hard because it's... like, okay, so I think that's one. Where's the other one? So that's one. Okay, so that's one. Where's the other one? Okay, I'm gonna do something that is my last ditch effort here, which is I'm gonna exit the area and then re-enter. Fucking A! God damn it! Okay, I'm very frustrated and angry right now. Forgot that was exiting the arena rather than...
Okay, other tip for our two my two co-hosts here, is
Yeah.
everyone, you need to give everyone 10 swimming skill.
Swimming, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was in the official guidebook.
They need to swim?
Yes.
Yeah. Why is that?
Yeah, because you'll
drown.
Because they'll drown without anything.
It's the anti-Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Put points in swimming.
You have to put points in swimming.
Deus Ex's swimming stat is such. Man. Because. Why am I stuck? Game. Why am I stuck?
Oh, don't worry. I will be following the official guidebook when playing this game. I cut out the order form from the manual. I included 1999 plus shipping and handling as a check. I mailed that to Surtech, and I waited the 6 to 8 weeks.
Mail anything to Zerotech. You're a monster.
Don't give money to the Surtech brothers.
Yeah.
Surtech. And then I waited 6 to 8 weeks, and then I received the official guidebook in the mail. And I'm going to use it.
God. When we talk about like the original big name company that was secretly evil or not so secretly evil, like Zerotech. Surtech, like
Surtech.
Are you talking about Surtech or something called Sierotech?
So the name, the guy's Robert Surotech was the founder of Surtech.
And he had a brother.
And yeah, he and his brother were both like, kind of okay.
Were they shitbags?
Let's just say there's a reason why the older Wizardry games, like Wizardry 1 through 5, have not been re-released outside of that Night Dive remaster, which
So notoriously, they would oftentimes, like, if you're the figurehead behind a game, you're owed royalties, right? So,
in a world where one person is programming the entirety of a game,
yeah, you should probably get royalties for your work, especially with re-releases and console ports, right? Because it's your code. The Zerotech brothers believed that copyright laws did not apply to video games.
Unless, of course, you were stealing their video games.
Yes. So Robert Woodhead raised this like, motherfucker, you pay me my fucking money.
And there was a protracted legal battle.
Oh, okay. Flora gained a double attack, except she doesn't use it on the same recipient as the first attack, so that's, annoying as all shit. But yeah, so, long story short, Robert Woodhead leaves.
And, yes, there's a protracted legal battle.
D.W. Bradley comes in.
And, yeah, and then... basically, D.W. Bradley, it sounds like Wizardry 5 started out as a Wizardry fan game.
Yeah, he was a teenager when he gave them a prototype of a fan game.
That became Wizardry 5. And Wizardry 5 is secretly, like... Wizardry 5 is secretly the game that most, like, classic Japanese dungeon crawlers are based on.
Yeah. So... huge debt of gratitude. The weird thing is that if you ask the average Japanese player, like, who created your favorite Wizardry game, they will still say that it's Robert Woodhead, even though the games that were most popular in Japan were the ones by D.W. Bradley.
Yeah, but
so what did Woodhead and Bradley go on to do after?
Well, Robert Woodhead. Okay. Oh, so here's the fucking crazy thing about Robert Woodhead is that Robert Woodhead is one of the proto-weebs. And
yeah, he got super into anime.
He was the Anime USA guy.
Yeah. So he started a magazine, and now he currently... I mean, his big company that he runs is responsible for translation of major anime.
Yeah.
Like he was...
Wait, which company?
Got really big
I believe it's Anime USA?
Yeah, Anime USA.
Oh, okay.
Like, his big claim to fame is that he did, like, the original dubbing and translation for Bubblegum Crisis.
Yeah. So, like, that's my favorite gotcha, is, like,
well,
Robert Woodhead is a turbo
now,
weeb.
D.W. Bradley, he made some video games.
Yeah, he made Cybermage Darklight Awakening.
But the big one, Braden.
Cybermage Darklight Awakening, Wizards and Warriors.
Yeah, there's one more.
And Dungeon Lords.
Yeah.
Game of the Year Dungeon Lords.
Yeah, a game so bad they
so
had
good.
to, like, remake it like 4 times.
That's a weird way of saying good, but you know.
Just such a weird
Dungeon Lords is Dungeon Lords makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
You play this game and you see how
you see ambition.
You see how Wizards and Warriors 2000 originally started out as a Okay, we might need to restart. Let's find out.
But the thing is that let's say that the times they be a changin', and so whereas Wizards and Warriors is kind of like this adorable little experiment, Dungeon Lords feels like a goddamn.
So Dungeon Lords is literally built out of the corpse of a canceled MMO, and when you remember that Wizards and Warriors was also kind of trying to be an MMO. That, you know, then the multiplayer got cut because they needed to ship a game, which, by the way, that's also a trend. Is
I guess we all love games of Onlord Reckoning.
Anyway, I'm glad at least one of those people went on to have a successful career in something.
Yeah.
And own their thing.
Anime Ego.
Yeah, Anime Ego. That's right.
Like, he truly does love anime. Like, apparently, like, when he met Yuji Horii, he was like, "Oh man, I love your work, boy. What are you watching?" And it's like, I want to talk to you. Like, that is a really good interview. I know that it's not fully translated, but Famitsu like put Yuji Horii and Robert Woodhead in the same room.
What the fuck?
And
I know, right?
Yuji Horii feels like, "Oh, Robert Woodhead, you're truly, I'm not worthy of you." And it's like, you're Yuji motherfucking Horii. Like, you are rightfully on the Mount Everest of
RPG mans.
Yeah, I guess, like, RPGs.
So, the Mount Everest of RPG makers. Who's on it?
Yuji Horii, Sakaguchi. Like, who would you put in for, like... Oh, okay, maybe one of the doctors from BioWare?
Yeah, Dr. Ray and Dr. Greg.
And then who would be the fourth person?
Warren
Spector? No.
Warren Spector. No, Garriott. Richard Garriott.
Richard Garriott.
Yeah, Richard Garriott.
Yeah, I was gonna
literally might be the most important guy.
And then in the corner there's John Van Caneghem.
It's like, you still... Eastern Europe says I'm number one. And it's like, yeah, Van Caneghem, you're right. Eastern Europe does love your shit. Still to this day.
Anyway, I said, what the fuck? Because I was playing Volgar the Viking, of all things, and my controller died.
In the Overlord 2025.
Yeah, is there something wrong with that?
It sounds like people didn't like that second game, huh?
I never played it.
I just know that
it's a game that controls really well. I wish it would save anytime I go to I finish the level. I understand that was against their design philosophy, but
Because it's for hardcore
It's
gamers.
It's a shitty design philosophy.
Yeah, it's for hardcore gamers.
Hardcore Gamers 101.
It's secretly because they could make the game longer if you had to play the whole thing in one go.
So it's true to the NES inspiration.
You don't actually have to play it all in one go. If you finish the boss of an area, you can walk backwards through the. In the first area, you can walk backwards through the entrance and go back to the next area. Yeah.
That's not very clear, but yes.
No, they don't make that clear at all.
So it's true to
so
the
there
NES
is this.
roots.
So there is a save system, but it's obtuse and yeah.
So
isn't Wizardry just Etrian Odyssey? To a degree.
But for hardcore gamers.
It's more that that Etrian Odyssey is just Wizardry.
Yeah.
Actually.
All right. So what's the relationship between Wizardry and Might and Magic?
Might and Magic was Might and Magic is kind of the last of the big.
It was the third pillar of that trifecta.
Ultima, Might and
that was
Magic.
the fourth pillar because the Gold Box games.
No one gives a fuck about Bard's Tale. Oh yeah, Gold Box.
Gold Box games were late. Gold Box was late 80s.
Yeah.
I would say Gold Box is late 80s.
Magic was also late 80s.
Might and Magic was 87.
Yes, also late 80s.
It kept going until the 90s, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me, Magic 10 released.
Hey, as you know,
when was
Borg,
that?
the 3DO company needed money, so they bought Might and Magic.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No tears
yeah,
were
it
shed, and
prints
with
money.
all happiness and merriment.
It prints money. But is Might and Magic just European Wizardry?
No, because it was made in California.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's just for whatever reason, Eastern Europe loved Might and Magic, in particular, Heroes of Might and Magic.
So here's where that disconnect comes from, Borgmaster. Is yeah, New World Computing was based in California.
When did a French get involved?
When Ubisoft bought the franchise after
so
3DO went under.
Okay, so what set apart Might and Magic from Wizardry?
Might and Magic is faster, more streamlined, and more open. So
wasn't Might and Magic? Wasn't it kind of like one of the first first-person open world RPGs?
Yeah. So Might and Magic is way more open.
Okay.
Than Wizardry, because Wizardry is up until Wizardry 7, all of the Wizardry games are
single dungeons. And then Ultima abandoned the whole first person thing, and it was entirely top down after a point.
And it had jumping puzzles, because EA was fucking dumb.
That was Ultima 8, wasn't it?
And 9.
And 9.
Yeah, and 9. Ultima 7 had verticality to it, which I was not expecting to learn about. Because apparently you can stack up stuff and climb over a roof or something.
I'm actually going to...
That sounds like something they do.
Thing that gives you mana per turn. Yeah.
I'm still more interested in playing Ultima Underworld than any of the other Ultima games.
Ultima Underworld's good. And you play Ultima Underworld and you say, oh, this is every video game. Alright, we're probably not going to win this fight either. Because it gave me 2 groups of Savant troopers in addition to...
Doesn't Ultima Underworld predate this game?
Ultima Underworld was 92? Or both
92,
this game...
Yeah.
Yeah,
predates Doom.
92.
Wizardry 7 was 92 as well, so it's the same time.
Yeah. And Ultima 7 was also 92?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, it was a big year.
Is Summer Game Fest going to impact any streaming plans? What do you say, Chris?
Yes. Me, yes. You, no.
Alright. So basically the big problem here are the 2 Savant troopers. Because they can paralyze my mans. and my womans.
Fucking what the fuck?
But the good news is there's only one stack of them this time.
I just bought that shit and it broke? What the fuck?
That's how I feel when...
Fuck.
You make this game sound worse than Unlimited Saga.
I'll say
it
this.
Really isn't. It really isn't.
There are worse.
Yeah, it's like Unlimited Saga is an unknowing, unfeeling monstrosity. And Descent to Undermountain doesn't work.
Descent to Undermountain should not have shipped.
Yeah, and this game is just really frustrating and disappointing. And that's, I understand, kind of a big deal, especially if I were to have, like, innate nostalgia for Lunar games, which I don't. And I'm not saying that people who do are wrong in saying that this is one of the worst things ever made, but I think that Lunar fans just... I think that the thing that I thought was very funny was when I rated that guy who runs that ROM site. It's just him saying, "What the fuck? This is awful. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. Oh my god."
It made me so happy to see that clip.
And it's like, well, did you ever finish it? And it's like, no, I've never finished it. And it's like, well, fuck, dog. Like, I think that if you are a hardcore fan of a franchise or series, you have to beat the worst game in that series.
We have
true hardcore gamer.
I'm about to say we have a Lunar fan in the voice chat and a Lunar fan in the text chat. You can have them.
They should never bring back. It's okay. They will never bring back Lunar.
Yeah, they're never gonna bring back Lunar.
No, Gung Ho just likes to re-release games.
Yeah, that's all they do. That's all they do, and that's all you're ever gonna get. You're just gonna get more remakes of one, and they're gonna change every little fiddly bit that you don't want them to change. Instead, you want this version or that version. No, you're not gonna get that. You're gonna get fucking another remake of one where it's got tactical combat that you didn't ask for. Get over it.
They should do an HD 2D remake of Lunar and just fuck up the whole art style.
Yeah. I mean, they just did it. They just did a remastered collection.
What if they had an Octopath look?
The remastered collection, I think, would totally be like the remastered collection is in fact totally fine. I just wish they had the option for you to switch to the old.
Fuck it.
The old voices. That's
no,
all.
but Jatsu, every old game should be made to look like Octopath Traveler.
No, that's unnecessary.
Listen, I've been playing the Dragon Quest III HD version.
Aha!
That game's very good. It's very comfortable.
All games should be made to look like that.
I love the way Octopath Traveler looks. I don't need every game to look like that, but I'm not going to complain if more games do. I also feel like there's been a struggle trying to figure out how to make pixelated RPGs like that look good on big 4K TVs, and Octopath is the one of those that looks very, very good, so that's why they're all copying it.
It's also just Square has that HD 2D tech.
Bring down that light bloom.
The engine is already there.
I just find the light bloom overwhelming.
I just don't like the way this looks.
Just distracting light bloom.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the HE2D FF Tactics game remake. Yeah, there you go.
It seems like it's very real.
They should just do Final Fantasy Tactics, but just get the engine from Falcom that they use for the modern Trails games. Like,
okay.
Just like make everything look like Trails Through Daybreak. That's what I say.
No, people want that hand painterly art, so I think they would freak the fuck out.
But also, if it's HD 2D, it's not gonna be hand painterly art.
Yeah, I know. I really, if you're gonna make a tactics game, and I know that this is where I probably diverge the most from people who like Final Fantasy, because I've been on record saying I'm not the biggest tactics fan. People are gonna lose their shit if that game is 3D.
They should demake Final Fantasy Tactics, make it look like a top-down 16-bit tactics game.
Hey,
that's what I'd say.
You're preaching to the choir. I think just make the sprites in the battle maps look better. Doesn't sound like a horrible idea to me. Sure doesn't.
All right, I think we're gonna get this, and let me tell you why. Status effects, motherfucker.
Oh, status effects?
Yeah.
I just wish, as someone who's not really a tactics fan either, it feels like a lot of tactics games are XCOM and sometimes Fire Emblem.
Yeah, there's two kinds of tactics.
Yeah, so like I just like to see something break out of those.
Well, that's the nice thing about Final Fantasy Tactics is it does feel like its own thing.
I mean, it's Tactics Ogre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, to a degree.
This guy.
And of course, Disgaea exists. Of course, we know Disgaea exists.
Well, Disgaea is
you
just
play Disgaea for the jokes. You don't play Disgaea for the tactics.
You play Disgaea to make the numbers go up. Disgaea is not actually a good tactics game.
Well, I read Disgaea for the articles, okay?
Lionheart, I disagree. The difference between FFT and Tactics Ogre is that FFT added the job system and the way of, and let you create busted Gestalt super monsters.
So when I talked to Sparky, he's like, "Hey, how was that last Disgaea game?" He says, "It's fucking awful." It's like, why? It's because the story's bad, and it's like,
because the grinding, the new things they added to grind aren't that interesting.
And it's like, okay, so yeah, if a Disgaea game has a bad story, I can imagine not having a great time because, what else do those fucking games got?
How'd that Metal Slug Tactics game turn out?
Okay.
Rio said that it was fine. The vaulting system was good, and let's just say it just kind of loses steam after a bit. But yeah, I know Rio played it, if not finished it. It's just that the one that I played and I was just super unimpressed by was the Persona Tactics game.
Well, I have that game in case I ever do the Wheel of Mediocritus Tactics.
Well, then you also need to play Digimon Survive.
You've spoken so highly of it.
Yeah, I wrote a pretty pissy blog about how much I thought it was just completely mid, despite the fact that, good job in you capturing the actual innate darkness of the original Digimon show. Good job on that one.
You could play Persona 5 Tactica and just be pissy about it the whole time.
I published something where I feel like I was pissy about it, so...
Oh,
people got up on my fucking mentions.
Braden can join you in that.
Hey, this world, I'm done. They need to move on for Persona 3 because this feels like it's fucking done.
Persona 5?
People
yeah.
I don't agree. I like the story of these characters. And it's like, that's not my point. It's like, they're literally just doing the same story because they've done everything. They've done everything they can with those characters.
Sure.
So, which version of Final Fantasy Tactics?
Saying in my mentions that Tactics Ogre has way more Matsuno obtuse bullcrap than people are willing to admit. And that is true.
Sure.
Especially the game that we played.
So, which version of Final Fantasy Tactics is the one to play?
War of the Lions.
Probably.
So the PSP version.
The PS1 version is fine too. It's just whatever.
The PS1 version's fine. It's just you got to deal with some nice PS1 load times.
Yeah, I mean, don't you have to deal with the slow times? Don't you have to deal with the slowdown, like that coded in slowdown on the PSP version?
Guys, let's not fuck around. None of us are playing this on normal.
No, you play the patch version.
I'm not playing it on PSP.
You should play it on a PSP.
Tactica sucks. It has enough ideas for the first world, and then it just doesn't. Yeah, that's how I absolutely feel. And then it's also, how many more times am I going to have the fucking Persona 5 cast be all about fight against the system, and it's like, dog, you've been beating the system for 4 fucking games in a row. How many more times are you gonna repeat this bullshit? It's done. Move on. Let's go to a different game. Holy shit. I swear to God, they're gonna remaster Persona 5 before they actually release a Persona 6. It's gonna drive me fucking crazy.
Wait, there's 5, there's the Muso, there's Tactica. I don't count the dancing game.
You absolutely do count the dancing game, because there's characters that are specific to that, and it actually adds to the story.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
just play War of the Lions on an emulator? Yeah.
You don't need to.
Yeah. What if you just do what I do when it comes to Persona games and play the main game and then completely ignore everything else?
Cowardice. I want to be part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. I've been part of the problem. Why would I ever want to stop being part of the problem?
You can listen. You can be part of the problem all you want to. I don't have to participate in the problem.
God, there was someone who says, Zombie Pie said he doesn't like Persona 4 or Persona 5 cause teacher relationship. That's sexualization of those characters, literally on my Twitter. And it's like, what the fuck is your problem? What the fuck is your problem, dude?
Still using
Twitter. There's an entire storyline where you're getting hot for teacher and she's a maid in your fucking house. Like, fuck.
And it's absolutely the one that you want to do because it lets you, like...
Yeah, you don't have to worry about inane, fiddly bullshit, and you're encouraged to have her in that house doing that shit.
Yeah, like, not only will she do your chores, but she, quote-unquote, does something, which is heavily implied, something that she should absolutely not be doing.
Yeah, it's a massage, like...
And, oh yeah, no, it's
some people read into it as a blowjob. It's a massage.
Sure. But, like, it's broken, right? That ability's
you don't, like... God, someone said I was sexualizing the teenage characters. It's like, I'm not the one putting that shit in the games. Literally not the one making those fucking games. And I don't know how else to read it other than...
No, you're just projecting, man.
This shit is problematic as fuck. Although I know, what is it, Gabriel Cantor has made a point of, like, you know, I don't think the solution is necessarily gonna go away if you just make them college kids, because you're still gonna be stuck with...
Professors.
Atlas doesn't know how to write... Atlas doesn't know how to write a relationship. And then also, yeah, it's just gonna become hot for professor. And is that any
college kids also should not...
better
with their professors.
Like, hot for professor is also very questionable and problematic.
Oh, Lightheart,
and then also, Atlas just not good at writing relationships.
Lionheart, is there an anime that has an actual decent relationship? Yeah, I don't know, fucking... Toradora.
Oh, yeah. Toradora actually does take some twists, especially when it gets dark. I was gonna say Kaguya-sama.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. You should go read... I don't know if they're ever gonna make any more seasons of that. You should go read the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows if they'll ever make a 4th season.
No,
the manga ended.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an ending. It wraps up. Yeah. It's a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, it's a satisfying conclusion. Characters are done justice. There's actual maturation with, like, character arcs and stuff.
It's a little silly.
They grow up. I mean, there is silly nonsense, but I guess if you're trying to do like a climax,
as a climax to a long-established comedy show, like, yeah, it's up there as like a pretty good one.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, Shogune's dad can fly a helicopter. Of course he can.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Yeah, you and your anti-helicopter stance, although it's totally wrong.
Is that an actual thing? Does someone here have an anti-helicopter stance?
No, helicopters are fucking abominations. Like, don't actually get into a helicopter. Revolutionary Girl Utena? Yeah, she loves that fucking car. She loves that car, WK.
She loves that car.
And if you know, you know. which I think everyone here knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Adolescence of Utena is it's something.
If we watch Utena and we don't, what if we watched Utena and we didn't do it with M? She'd be so mad at us.
Yeah, I don't want to be canceled by M. You're wondering why I'm picking the lock instead of using the key. Well, it's to increase my Fordo's Skullduggery stat, because this game also has, and I think this was the first game to do it, this game has Lamarcus style skill progression. So it is
Lamarcus style?
Lamarckism, where
means
you have
use, disuse.
If
you use it, the stats go up.
Oh, the Quazu style.
Sure, you want to reference a game designer? I want to reference the person who thought he had an alternate theory to Darwin's theory of evolution.
I mean, it's a game mechanic.
Do they not teach science where you live?
They do. Well, not in 9th grade. That guy, my 9th grade science teacher, ended up becoming... the one who told us not to trust what we saw in the textbooks ended up becoming a youth pastor, so... all my other science classes were real.
Oh, those fuckers cast slow on us.
Anyways, so Lamarck was a pre-Darwin evolutionary... Okay, sorry. I can't tell when you're being sarcastic, sometimes. I don't know how your wife deals with it.
By beating me to death, obviously.
Okay. Are they specific?
Where's the egg?
But we all know that Akatoshi Quazu created the true theory of evolution.
But my point is that, yeah. Your skills go up by using the thing.
Oh, just like in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did this game rip off Skyrim?
Yes.
I am in your debt. I was betrayed by a gang of assassins.
Why you shouldn't trust assassins?
Yeah, a gang of assassins would probably do that.
Alright, let me double check my walkthrough. Got anything I can buy? No.
Where is the exit? Nope. Is it up here? Nope. That's not the exit. This is the first realm. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, I'm not streaming tonight. Y'all
Okay.
have fun.
I will.
Take care.
So is that it?
Shake it, baby.
Shake it, baby.
All right.
Where is the exit? God damn it. Promptness. Fuck, that was the wrong way. Oh, fuck that. No. No.
All right. I've done it. I've made progress.
Made progress in wizardry.
Yeah.
Unthinkable.
Also, at some point, I might just cheat so I can multi-class my characters more effectively. But, you know. Alright, I'm gonna raid Zombie Pie.
So of the things that you played today, what was your biggest joy?
You know, I beat those Savant Troopers. That was pretty fun.
That demo seemed interesting.
That demo seemed potentially interesting.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, it looks like RE9 will be real tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep.
That's wild.